Hey there, guys, and welcome to yet another Tabloid Times podcast. We've got a great roundtable today. They all wanted to be here, and
yeah, you know.
I mean, you can say that.
I suppose you can do that. I mean,
Very
pitchforks didn't
enthusiastic.
hurt that much.
So, what I'm thinking is today we're going to be here to ask the deep questions.
Right.
The questions that we don't always need to find answers for, but it's important to ask them. So,
I mean, sometimes the answers are there, sometimes the answers are not. You know, like
sometimes the question is the
like,
answer.
Being like not them, but being them. You know, they sometimes have to like do what it is. You know.
If you don't ask the deep questions, doesn't that make you rather shallow?
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
But if you don't ask the questions that are deep, doesn't that make the questions that you do not undo ask?
What about
shallow?
the middle questions? Why do you guys have to leave them out?
Oh yeah, the middle questions.
What's an example of a middle
Exclusionary.
question?
I ask a middle question every day.
The one
when I wake
between
up,
the deep
you know?
and the shallow ones.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well,
Was that too deep?
I hate middle questions. I really hate them because
What's a middle
Well,
question?
we're not
you
here
would
to
ask?
discuss your feelings. Aren't we here to discuss deep questions or something like that?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
let's
Yes.
hear an
Deep
example of a
answers
middle
or-
question, guys.
Yeah, sure.
I think we need some moderation.
All right, middle question.
Moderation.
Yeah,
What is moderation?
Yes.
Here is our middle
that's a middle
question.
question.
Is
Alright.
moderation moderate? There's a deep question for you.
Ooh.
So does that cancel out the moderate?
can
or
you be
middle ground?
moderate and moderate, or can you moderate and not be a
I think
moderate?
you could moderately moderate, but not be moderate, because that would be too deep of a
If you're
concept.
too moderate, you're not being moderate in moderation.
That's right.
Right,
It-
right.
Well, if you attach two to any moderation, it's no longer moderate. It becomes deeply, moderately moderated, I think.
I mean, as John Wick said, everything in moderation, especially moderation.
Yeah.
You got a good point
yeah,
there.
I don't think it's impossible to do it any other way.
So, I was driving the other day. And
No,
I was,
you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You don't have a car.
I was driving the other day. I'm a very relatable person. And I
Yeah,
saw that
using
cars.
my car.
I saw that. I paid for the gas, Mason.
I know, but you didn't ask me whether or not you could take the car and then pay for the gas.
But I paid for the gas, so it's okay.
You still haven't told me where my car keys are.
Well, I'm waiting on that one.
You haven't told me where my car is either.
I'll get back to you on that one.
A surprise ending. I love it.
All in time and moderation.
But what I was going to ask is, I keep seeing that there are these license plates on
A
the
true
car.
moderate wouldn't drive a car. A true moderate would drive a bus. The true moderate wouldn't be riding the bus. They'd be the bus driver.
But wouldn't the moderate be the person standing in between the people just riding the bus, 8 to 5 work, doing the same old, and the bus driver who's sort of a vibrant expression of life at its finest? A moderate would be in between that, right?
All right,
Isn't
I
a
get
bus
what you're
driver,
saying,
see,
but
a bus
it's
driver
kind
has a
of
much higher value in our society than we give
A truck
that person
driver.
credit for. Because what is the bus driver doing? They're delivering people to the world.
But people are expendable. Certain goods aren't. Like, let's place value.
But
Think
hold on,
about it.
if a
Some
bus is
people,
a
if you
train,
lose them, no
then
one's going to
what's a
miss them.
truck?
But, like, valuables. Like, you lose your phone, that's it. It's the end of the world. You lost your little sister, who cares? Someone will find her. If not, that's your mom's problem, right?
Yeah.
One
So
minute,
thinking of a bus driver, it's just people. A truck full of iPhones.
I've got something
More
to
people
share
missing
about
stuff.
that. 1 minute, I was holding my thumb on my phone too long, and I almost deleted an app.
Ooh. I don't know how you hear, just able to relay that information right now.
It was very difficult for me.
I'm impressed.
I had to
Seriously.
take months off work.
Have you seen
Luckily,
a therapist yet?
the Tabloid Times does not have very strict hours, so I was able to work with the company
That
that
makes
understood my
total sense.
struggle. But I think we need to get back into the idea that there's some things that need to go beyond moderation. Some things are too shallow and some things are too deep.
We need
Like
to
the
go
ocean.
beyond memorization.
Like a bus, you go deep inside the bus,
Right.
right? And the deeper you go into the bus,
All the cool kids
the
sit in
less
back.
valuable. I don't know. Like,
I mean, think about it. You guys were in elementary school. All the cool kids sat in the back, like where the
and where are
admin
those
was,
cool kids now?
You know, being cooler than you.
I don't know. Maybe.
Where did you sit on the bus? Probably
I
like
didn't-
right
I
behind
walked
the
to
bus
school.
driver. Yeah.
I lived too close. I wasn't even on the bus. That's how not cool I was.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, using your own
Makes
two
sense.
legs to get where you gotta
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's-
It's not like I do that.
Well, does riding a bus, does your time on the bus enable you to ask deeper or shallower questions depending on how long
I think the
you're
real
on the bus?
question on the bus we're talking here is like, so buses all seats face forward, right?
Mhm.
If buses have seats facing backwards, would you be going backwards or forwards? Like, actually, you know?
Well, you'll always be looking behind you.
But if you're
So
looking
there's no-
backwards but moving forwards, are you moving backwards or forwards?
I think it's more
I don't
important
think
to.
you're moving at all. Doesn't
Yeah.
it cancel each other out?
Because
It's more
the front and
important.
back, like, you know, plus minus.
It's right moderately in the middle.
in the zero.
You're not even moving.
They cancel each other out for perfect moderation.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm wondering is, why are we so focused on moving places and doing things when we should be more focused on looking at things and thinking about what we should do? You know,
Yeah,
the
I-
true moderate never makes a decision.
I think that's an important point. We got to stop actually doing stuff and just thinking about it.
Yeah.
This way, we win either way because nothing happens. So you'll never lose, right? If you just keep thinking and talking about it,
And then there's never.
you never have to
blame.
take that first step, and we all win.
The best way to win is to not have an opinion, you know? If
No.
you're completely shallow, have no backbone, and you let people push you around, they'll never get angry at you.
No matter what happens,
A
you
true
win.
moderate.
Yep.
Exactly.
Boom.
I mean, I think this is what
Talking about like being both sides of the fence, you
this
don't
is
even have
what
to move.
Aristotle was talking about with the concept of eudaimon and the golden mean.
I don't think he was quite intelligent enough to get to the point we are right now.
No, but
Like-
this is what he was getting towards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I
He had
think-
a long way to go, but you got to think it was a long time ago.
Right.
And Immanuel Kant, he brought us way off that track.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
He was so focused on doing things that he never thought about thinking about things.
And where is he now?
Dead.
There you go. I don't think we even have to discuss it anymore. Our case is closed as far as that goes.
Honestly, I think we should move on and talk about more important things.
So if you eat a salad, at what point, if you keep just putting chicken on top of it, does it become
A
a
bird.
bunch of chicken with some lettuce?
Well, this is
if
the whole ship of
lettuce is
feces
under
thing.
it, it's a salad. If the lettuce is on top of it, it's a burger.
Well, hang on. This is basically a ship of feces.
Can you reconstruct a chicken if you put enough chicken McNuggets and take off the breading? Like you squish it really hard. Can you rebuild that
I
bird?
love these deep
That's
questions.
about as reconstructed as just taking a poop as reconstructed chicken too. So, and basically at that point when you do that, I think we're at the same place.
But what would a true moderate do in this situation?
All right, so think about
Probably
cake
be
pops, you know, you
constipated, 'cause
take
they don't know
squeeze
whether
a
to,
piece
you
of
know.
cake, you know, you do that to a chicken. Like, you know,
But you see, not all questions have to have answers. So you two are very stupid for trying to give an answer to that question.
Well, hang on.
Have
The real
we really
problem-
answered though? Have we really answered anything? Think on that.
And
And don't answer that because you'll fall into
Yeah.
my trap there.
And besides, maybe the question doesn't quite have the answer yet, but eventually the answer is gonna arrive because maybe it missed the bus or something. I don't know.
Ah,
But
that's true.
If we're so focused on identifying when does it become a chicken, have we lost sight of what truly makes a chicken a chicken? Have we gone to a point where we're trying to identify things individually
the beef.
rather than seeing the whole forest?
you see,
Well, I think the problem goes back to that you probably don't see many chickens in the forest these days. So we have to rethink where we're looking now instead of just what we're looking at. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can find a quail in the forest. When I think chicken, I only think farm. It probably wasn't always that way, but that doesn't matter. The past, who cares about
I
that?
think the true moderate not only thinks about what, but doesn't focus on the doing as much as the where.
I want to press this, sorry, but I need to continue this conversation. So what just occurred to me, if we put a chicken in a forest, first of all, then there can be chickens in the forest, but second, we put a chicken in the forest, does it make a sound?
Yeah, it goes like bok, bok.
I don't know.
No, they go,
Wait, hold on. Why should it be any better than a tree? Everyone always questioned whether a tree makes a sound if we put it there, or is it if no one's there to hear
Alright,
it.
but like, you look at a chicken like.
Does a tree make a sound if there's no chicken there to hear it?
Chickens
I think we
don't
haven't
have
been
ears,
discussing that
dude.
enough.
Chickens
They
don't
have, like,
have
feathers.
ears. They have a beak and feathers, and they go gobble
Oh,
gobble.
you know the chickens that have the red stuff on them, right? Those are cool, yo.
A rooster?
Yeah.
Those are
No,
really
roosters are
cool
different.
chickens.
Roosters aren't chickens.
What's
yeah,
the
but
difference?
they look cool.
They're chicken. They're I don't know. They're not chickens.
They got the
It's
red
its own
stuff.
race.
Oh.
It's like some interbreeding going on there. That's I guess I don't know. That's how eggs are made.
Huh? What?
Like think about it. Have you ever seen any other bird have an egg looking like that?
No.
No, I haven't.
All right. So how do you explain that?
But sometimes I think it's the
You
true.
can't. See, you can't.
All right. Well, no. We hear a lot about chicken eggs, but we never see them. You know, like, isn't that weird?
But then the true moderate will ask, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And the answer is,
The
it
forest.
doesn't matter. The forest came
The forest
first.
came first,
And
right? Because it needs some place to be. How can you have a chicken or an egg in no like land just sitting there in
right,
space?
you need the forest.
Exactly.
And the true moderate would
Well, it is
understand
a chicken
that.
pen, I
Well-
guess.
Well, what difference would a forest make than say an ocean? I mean, what if I put a chicken?
Have you
in
seen
the
a
ocean?
chicken lay an egg in the ocean?
Well, I
Dude,
mean,
that's like
have you seen a
instant-
chicken lay an egg in an ocean? Can
would
you
float
prove that they
away.
don't?
The egg
Well,
would
would it
float
sink?
away.
Yeah.
No, it would float away. The
No,
eggs are like too
I
heavy
think
to
there's an
sink.
important question.
I don't
Would
know
the
if it's a
egg
fresh
float?
egg or
You know, the true
old
moderate-
egg. There's a test you can do.
Well, I think it really just depends on the FDA rating, like
Yeah,
grade
yes.
AAA or grade AA.
Well, Eggland's best. They're probably the best tests on that. Because
Probably.
those probably aren't real chickens anymore.
Sponsored by Eggland's
I think
Best.
they're like robot
Yes.
chickens or something.
That would be pretty cool, but can a robot chicken go into the forest and
Doesn't
be
need
heard?
to. It's a robot. That's why they make them.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
So
Yeah.
if we put a robot chicken in the forest, we don't care about that.
If you put a robot chicken in the forest, it negates everything you know. Because you just removed the whole chicken and egg question, you removed the forest, you removed everything. Why would you do such a thing?
So you're saying that this robot chicken would remove the forest?
It has to remove the forest because it's a robot.
Deforestation is a problem, and
That-
they're getting
and-
more advanced with robotics. Do you see the connection?
I've
Yeah.
been seeing it the whole.
Why are you answering my question? That's not the point. We're here to discuss deeply with deep questions in moderation.
I'm not answering the question right now. We're talking about moderation, right?
Yes.
And what you want from me would be one edge of the spectrum, right?
Right.
And what I don't want is the other edge of the spectrum.
Correct.
Since I'm being moderation, I'm doing neither. I'm just talking. So
Yeah.
I'm not answering your question
But here's my thing.
by answering your whatever.
No, yeah.
Go.
Would a true moderate even ask questions? Because they already have all the answers.
But would they?
It's
though?
always in the middle.
A true moderate would stop right now. No more questions.